just want you all to know I've never done this before, so if you don't laugh, it's okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is Albert Pujols, and thank you all. Okay, and the Army. Albert Pujols gets paid like I don't know how many million, like $20 million a year to hit dead cow with a stick, while the Army is like out in Afghanistan and Iraq and everything, and they're like getting paid only $50,000, and they're risking our life for our country, and that's not fair at all. It's just not. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about is King Solomon. Most of you probably heard this story before. Okay, so King Solomon asked for wisdom from God because he was like obeying him for a while and everything, and he would get one gift and everything. So he got wisdom, and then these two ladies came to him and said one of them killed their baby in their sleep. They didn't like stab him in the throat or anything. They just like rolled over him. And so then they both said that they didn't kill their baby. So then they said, okay, give me the sword and I will cut the baby in half, and then you can each have one half. And then this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. One of the women says, she says, okay. She's just like, give me half a baby, I don't care. Just like rocking it and everything. It's like, oh no, you're just, okay, I got it back. She didn't even say, no, that's not what I meant. She just said, okay. That is it. Which is just horrible. Okay, next thing I want to talk about, my exchange students I've had previously. How many of you knew PUP? Okay, so we go to a convention every year whenever we have an exchange student, and then they have to say a couple things about them. And one of the things they have to say is the stupidest question they have been asked. And the most popular one is, do you have McDonald's in your hometown? But that's not the one that PUP asked by PUP. PUP lives in Thailand, and they said, what language do they speak in China? It was just, and I don't care. At one point, however, like 4 billion people live in there. It doesn't mean he lives there too. And wait, Rose, how many of you guys know Bro? Okay, Rose is better though. Rose was hers was, how do you keep the polar bears that you ride to school from eating the penguins? She lived in Norway. They get a lot of snow and everything. They don't have polar bears and they don't have penguins. That's just. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is, you know how singers just like hold their note going on forever? I don't mean like just holding the note, I mean like they add as many syllables to that as possible. The worst one though is Christina Aguilera. It is just horrible. It's just like, oh man, amazing grace.
That's funny.
I also hate her for messing up the words in the Super Bowl. I mean, you do it at the NBA championship. I'm not a fan of basketball. You do it at the NBA championship. I'm fine with that. The Super Bowl, just, you can't do it. Alright, and the last thing. This is a joke that I told my mom. She told me to say it. Most of you probably heard it before. So, it's one of those, never mind. Okay. But, starts out, so these two kids are asking their mother, one of them is named Rose. She says, Mom, why is, I see some of your faces already. She said, Mom, why is my name Rose? And then she says, whenever you were born, a rose petal fell on your head. And then Daisy says, Mom, why is my name Daisy? She said, whenever you were born, a daisy petal fell on your head. And then goes, shut up, Cinder